Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today what I have for you guys is a brand new GTA 5 online video, and today we have a bunch of new changes with the weekly GTA Online update. Yesterday I made the news video talking about all the upcoming changes, and today I'm going to be showcasing to you guys in game some of the major unlocks that you guys can check out, including the two new DLC vehicles that we just received this week. One of them is what you could see behind me, the new Dominator FX Interceptor police car, the older late 80s early 90s Fox body Mustang police car. This is pretty cool. We're going to showcase some extra ways that you can make a ton of extra money for content you're probably already doing right now after the bottom dollar bounties update released, and we'll also check out some of the other removed vehicles, because this week in GTA the removed vehicles are really good, and you definitely want to make sure you pick some up. So with that said, let's not waste any more time and let's jump into things. Well, our first item of discussion today is our two new DLC vehicles. We actually have two new police cars that have dropped this morning. These are the last two from the Warstock Cash and Carry website. So the entire Warstock Cash and Carry website drip feed has now concluded, and same with Legendary Motorsport, because of course we only had the overflawed Pipistrello release, and that released day one with the bottom dollar bounties update. So now all that's left is the San Andreas Motorsport website, with of course various cars like that Vorschlaghammer, which everyone's looking forward to, the Pizza Boy delivery vehicle, things like that. So let's jump in and check out these two new DLC police cars. These are the ones we have. We have the new Vapid Dominator FX Interceptor here, as well as the Declasse Impaler LX Cruiser. So the Dominator FX Interceptor is very expensive, $3,712,500, and then the Impaler LX Cruiser is valued at $3,600,000. And you know what? Today we are going to be buying them both. So let's jump in. I think for right now, let's do my I have all my police cars in my arcade. So let's throw all my police cars in my arcade. We have the FX Interceptor purchased now, and then we will also buy this Impaler LX Cruiser, and I will customize them. I'll showcase to you guys the performance, and then we'll move on to covering the other aspects of this weekly event that I am excited to show you guys about. So with that said, we purchased the cars. Now let's check out the customization. Well, I just modified the Declasse LX Impaler Cruiser, or the Impaler LX Cruiser, in my Avenger. I added some searchlights onto it, more of like a modern light bar, because the one that comes with it are like individual lights on the left and right side of the vehicle, and I wanted something more like classic actual police car-esque. I'd love to show you guys the real performance of this car and not have it be rainy, because of course I'm gonna get less traction, but overall this thing does have pretty quick acceleration. I would say ultimately when it comes to both of these, just according to what I've heard, you know, from other players who may have gone into story mode and gotten these vehicles already and have been able to drive them around, because of course, you know, they released with the bottom dollar bounties update. They were just saved for the drip feed, so they weren't unlocked for the entire player base yet, but they were in the game files. These vehicles are basically identical to the actual performance of the normal variant. So the Dominator FX Interceptor, we don't have the normal Dominator FX yet, but when it does release, it's going to have the same performance as the Police Interceptor version that just released today. And this Impaler LX Cruiser has the same performance as the actual Impaler LX Cruiser that released with the Chop Shop update, I'm pretty sure, or at least in the drip feed of that. So this is the car, you know, another classic police car. I wish we got some more modern ones. I know players are really looking forward to some type of modern Ford Explorer, as well as, you know, of course, a Buffalo STX Dodge Charger police car. That would be pretty nice. But we got some classics here, which ain't the worst thing in the world. This one is pretty quick, though. All right, with that said, now let's check out the Dominator FX Interceptor. And here is the Dominator FX Cruiser, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be honest, once again with this, I tried to make it, of course, look like an actual, like, police car, because, you know, I didn't even know this, but apparently there were, you know, some sheriff's offices did use Fox body Mustangs way back at, like, the end of the 80s and early 90s, which was pretty interesting. But nonetheless, I wanted to put, like, a more modern light bar on here, like one of the ones we see on the police cars on the Vapid Staniers in Liberty City and GTA 4, just because like the other light bars, they looked way too big for this car. There was like the normal one, which looked okay. It looked a little bit out of place and a little bit bulky, and then they had like an extra large version of the emergency light bar, and it was just like way too big for the size of this car. But this thing is quick. Wait till the normal Fox body releases, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy the performance of that. From what I can tell from just driving this around right now, this car is very quick, got great acceleration, and pretty solid handling too. There's nothing really wrong with the handling or the traction of this car. If you do have it step out on you, it's very easy to kind of counteract, take control of the vehicle, things like that. So I just want to test out the brakes. The brakes seem to be pretty good as well. I didn't modify the tires or anything like that, or the wheels. So of course, if you go with like off-road tires, you'll get a little bit more grip. But as it stands right now, this thing is speedy. This thing's fun. Maybe when it comes to police dispatch work, since you need to use a police car you've owned anyway, maybe try this one out instead of the Gauntlet Interceptor. Of course, the Gauntlet Interceptor is still going to be the best one 100%, but this one may be like the second best just because of the speed and everything. I'd love to see Bruffy's test to see what the max speed of this thing is, because so far it seems pretty nice in my opinion. But is it worth buying both of these if you already have the Gauntlet Interceptor for the police work? No, just because they're so expensive. You know, they're $3.5, almost $4 million a piece. Of course, you can get the trade prices on them, but the trade prices basically require you to purchase other police vehicles anyway, to my knowledge. So is it worth it? I don't think so. I think just if you like the style of these and you want to roll with them, go for it. But don't feel like you need to buy these two as opposed to any of the other ones that released with the start of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC update, or of course the ones that released with the Chop Shop update as well. While we're here and you guys can just, you know, admire my beautiful Dominator FX Interceptor, let's talk about the weekly challenge as well as some extra bonus money rewards that you can claim right now here in GTA Online, realistically for spending less than an hour playing. Our weekly challenge this week, I'll discuss this first, and this ties in with the bonus money rewards. If you go to weekly challenges, you can see it says complete 6 dispatch works. When you do that, you will earn your $100,000 for completing the weekly challenge this week. But in addition to that, Rockstar has 2 additional free money rewards for completing dispatch work. As long as you complete just 1 single dispatch work this week, you will be rewarded with $100,000. In addition to that, if you complete 2 more dispatch works on top of the first one you just did, you will get another $100,000. So if you complete 3, you'll make $200,000. If you complete 6 for the weekly challenge, you'll make the $100,000 for the weekly challenge. That's $300,000 in total. Now remember, dispatch work pays $25,000 per mission. Yes, it does have a 5-minute cooldown, but play 6 dispatch work, that will be another $150,000 for actually the money you're making for completing the content itself. $300,000 plus $150,000, you're making $450,000 just for completing some very fast, simple, easy, and also, may I say, fun dispatch work here in GTA Online. Just a reminder, I probably am going to do a live gameplay and we'll earn all that money. We'll do the 6 dispatch work in one video. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. But just for right now, I wanted to remind you guys about that because while I did talk about it in my update video and news video from yesterday, I want to talk about it in this video since we're talking about all of the other major changes and unlocks with this weekly update here in the game. At Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport and Car Dealership, this is where some of the removed vehicles gets good. So we're going to talk about all of them here. First, we have the Overflawed Entity XF, which of course you guys know it's an OG supercar here in GTA Online. I think this was the one everyone was pursuing most besides the adder when the game first dropped. And this is one of the vehicles, of course, that you can actually get here from Simeon's, and it's on discount for 30% off this week. So if you would like to buy it, it is going to cost you $556,500. Now, in addition to that, as you can see over here, we have the Coil Brawler, another removed vehicle. Not featured on in-game websites anymore. It's based off a vehicle called a Rally Fighter. It's very interesting. There's actually someone at my apartment complex who owns one of these, and I think they put like, you know, bed liner on it or something. It's like that coated enamel type like Raptor liner. It straight up is bed liner, I think, because it's completely not even wrapped. I think it's basically spray on bed liner. They off-road with it a lot. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, all I know is in this game, the brakes are so bad on this thing. So just keep that in mind. But nonetheless, if you do want to buy it, it is worth $715,000. After that, we have the Pagasi S-Key over here, a small little motorcycle in the game. If you would like to buy this, it's going to cost you $290,789. After that, let's talk about this truck right here, the Vapid Contender. Absolutely amazing pickup truck here in GTA Online. Definitely top 10, not that there's that many more in this game, but it's honestly probably top 5 in my opinion. It's super sweet. My only problem with it is the really tiny tires it has. It looks like this guy's rocking 31s on here. You should be able to put 35 or even 38-inch or even 41-inch tires on here if you want. You clearly, I mean, look at the arches, look at the wheel arches. You have enough travel and enough room here, but I guess that's part of the charm of this truck. You get to see all the suspension travel and stuff when you're going off-roading. This is a fun truck, and it's already kitted to be sort of like a Baja racing truck in a sense, as it is right now. But nonetheless, if you do want to buy this is definitely a removed vehicle I recommend you purchase. If you want to buy this week, it'll cost you $250,000. So it's really not that much at all. On PS4, I don't have it, so you guys know I have to buy this one. I just absolutely have to. We have the Obey 9F. Now, this was offered a couple months ago, but it is a removed vehicle, and it's one that I think players have really been looking forward to see return as well. So this is your week to get it if you have not gotten it. We did get the 9F a couple months ago, like I said, and the 9F Cabrio, but it's back here if you would like to pick it up. Nice, rare, and removed vehicle to get. It's only going to cost you $120,000 as well, so it's extremely affordable. At the LS Car Meet, we have 3 more removed vehicles this week. So behind me, you can see we have the Coil Voltic, we have the Albany Hermes, as well as the Vapid Click. So all of these you can buy. These are also removed vehicles in GTA Online. If you'd like to purchase the Click, it is going to cost you $636,300. The Albany Hermes with this really cool green and yellow paint job with the Flames livery applied. This one's actually going to cost you $535,000. Air ride suspension. It's very fast. Don't discount the look. It's actually a pretty slick car if you want to buy it. And then another removed vehicle, the Coil Voltic. If you would like to buy this, it's $150,000. So these are the ones at the LS Car Meet. And let me just give you guys a reminder since we're already here. The HSW test drive is the Pfister Astron Custom, and your prize ride for this week is the Albany VSTR, which I definitely recommend you guys try and unlock this week. If you would like to unlock it, the LS Car Meet prize ride challenge you need to complete is just place top 3 in LS Car Meet series races for 3 days in a row this week. As for our major property discount, we don't have any sort of business or money-making property that is on sale, but what we do have is every single garage property in the game that you could see here on Dynasty 8 is going to be 30% off. Now, I already have the Eclipse Boulevard garage purchased, but that is a garage in this game, albeit a nice 50-car luxury garage. So I would assume that's also 30% off. I mean, it's interesting. We just had a discount for it separately a couple weeks ago. So whether you want some 10-car garages or, of course, the Eclipse Boulevard garage, you can go for that. I'd also be curious to see if the office garages for your CEO office are going to be discounted, but I think those count separately. And since we're here, we might as well check out the other vehicle discounts for this week just so we could talk about them. The Lampadati Cinque Mille is on sale for 30% off, or $1,218,000. And the Declasse Walton L35 is going to be on sale for 30% off for $1.169 million. Now, we also have the Overflod Entity XF as well as the Vapid Click, which are 30% off, but these are 2 removed vehicles, and like I said earlier in the video when we showcased them, you have to get them, like the Vapid Click at the LS Car Meet and the Overflod Entity XF at Simeon's, because the only way removed vehicles are purchasable in the future now is when they're featured back at those vendors for a limited time during a weekly GTA Online event. I might as well mention the bonuses briefly here in GTA Online for this week. I already talked about them yesterday, but they are one of the major changes for this week, of course, like they always are. So we do have double money and quadruple RP on stunt races in the game. Some of them, like just the special vehicle races, are going to be double money and double RP, but as you can see right here, these specific stunt races with the stunt category in the stunt race section are quadruple RP along with that double money. So that is pretty cool right there. In addition to that, your special vehicle races, like I said, are double money, double RP. And then the Junk Energy Skydives, those are double money and double RP. And the RC Bandito time trials, those are also double money and double RP. So normally you're making $50,000 for participating in the RC Bandito time trials, but now you're making 100 grand per completion, which is 100 grand a day. Honestly, not too bad for only a couple minutes of work right there. I might as well show you guys the podium vehicle for this week since we're talking about these changes as well, besides just the rewards. But your podium vehicle for this week at the Diamond Casino and Resort is the HVY Insurgent. I'm sure everyone has one of these, but you can also win one off the podium this week. You should be spinning the lucky wheel every day that you log into GTA Online anyway, so good luck on winning this. I was going to showcase some gameplay on how to complete the Grove Street time trial, but I think this video is getting kind of long at this point, so I'll just talk about it real fast and remind you guys we do have the Grove Street time trial with a par time of 1 minute and 20 seconds. Your premium race for this week is Sonora Freeway, and it is locked to the Supercars class. And then on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, your HSW time trial for this week is Textile City all the way to Stab City, which ends basically up here. But with all that said, we are going to wrap things up right here. Those are all of the major changes, free rewards, extra ways you can make money here in GTA Online, things like that. I figured on Thursdays I should start doing a weekly update guide on all of the biggest changes, because as you guys know, if you follow my channel, on Wednesdays I talk about everything when we get the news, you know, all the gun van opportunities, things like that, money bonuses. This video is more talking about the major heavy hitting items, and then I figured I'd just put in some reminders on the discounts and things like that, because I figured on Thursdays people people would be looking up this video anyway, and they may be confused on, you know, why I'm not mentioning them, so I might as well mention them in this video. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, hopefully you found it helpful. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Also check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. You guys are more than welcome to ask me questions on those platforms as well. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this weekly update. I'd love to know in the comments what you guys think. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next GTA 5 online video. Adios, amigos.